Welcome back, everybody. My name is Randy. Of course, you're watching a 5.5 Garage. And today, I will be bolting the transmission to the back of my engine, adding a set of motor mounts, and hopefully putting the engine and transmission back in the car. So, like I said, I will be attaching the transmission to the engine and adding a set of motor mounts, and then hopefully I will be able to put everything back into the car without too much stress. So I'm going to keep this intro relatively short, and I'm just going to get started. In the previous video, I went ahead and installed an aluminum flywheel from Fidanza Performance, and then this is a Flying Miata Stage 1 clutch. All of this is torqued down to spec. It's all ready to go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install my transmission, put it back on here, bolt it all together, so then I can start the process of getting all of this back into the car. Alright, so I have done some work to my transmission. I have replaced the rear sheet seal. I have replaced the front seal. I also have a new throwout bearing, and this is ready to be bolted up. Thankfully, when I torqued down my pressure plate, I made sure with my handy tool right here that the splines on this should be straight. So it should be as simple as lining it up and then pushing my transmission together. So let's hope that it goes together on the first try. Now that the transmission is back on, we can now start adjusting the motor mounts. And these beefy boys are a set of AWR motor mounts. And I don't know the diameter of the bushing in here because I bought these used, but you can take these apart and swap out these bushings, and they come in different diameters. I know they have a 62, a 70, 80, and I believe a 90 as well. So you can custom tailor these to the amount of MVH that you want to experience in your car. So like I said, I don't know what the diameter of these are, but I'm just gonna throw them in the car, and if they are too harsh, I can just lift them out and change these bushings, and then I'll be good to go. So these are going on the car next. All right, so now the mounts are on, and I'm sorry that I didn't show that because I thought the camera was running, but it wasn't, so my bad on that one. But the mounts are on, and now comes the fun part, which is me getting this engine and transmission back into the car. And it is getting a little late in the day here, so it's starting to cool off a little bit, so I may have to close the door to the garage, and it might get a little dark in here. If that happens, I'll try my best to use as much lighting as I can, but I'm just going to get to it. Whew. That was a bit of work, but it's on the mounts. Oh, so tired. But now the engine and the transmission are back in the car. So I'm going to consider this a wrap for today's video. As well, it is a wrap for the first stage of this build project. The engine is done and is back in the car, and that was my main goal before the end of October, and I have made it. But just because the engine and the transmission are back in the car does not mean that this project is done. I still have to put on the accessories like the starter and the alternator as well. This car is no longer running a CAS, so I need to wire up a cam angle sensor as well as a crank angle sensor. I haven't even talked about what I'm gonna do for the fuel yet. We haven't even talked about the turbo install stuff yet. So even though this phase of the project is done, there is lots more to do. I am going to stay pretty busy throughout the winter and even into next spring. So I hope you all are enjoying this series. And if you are, make sure you like the videos and you're subscribed to the channel. Liking the videos really helps me a lot because it boosts my video in the algorithm so that people can find my content. And as for subscribing, you want to know when these videos come out, don't you? As well, make sure you're checking out the website. Make sure you're checking me out on Instagram. Don't forget my Patreon account. There is going to be a lot of little small kind of technical videos that probably won't be on the main channel, but I'll throw those up either on my website or on Patreon. And follow me on Instagram because even though I am working, sometimes I don't always have the camera with me. So I will take little videos and pictures and throw them up on my Instagram for you guys. But for right now, I am so tired. I've been out here since early this morning. The sun's starting to go down, starting to get a little chilly. I still need to put the PPF and bolt down these motor mounts. So I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope you all are doing well out there. You're staying safe and working on your own projects. As for me right now, I'm going to end this video and I will see you guys on the next one.